Iraqi-led forces are now barely 2 kilometres from the eastern outskirts of Mosul. The assault on the last remaining Islamic State-controlled villages to the east of Mosul began overnight. Hundreds of troops in heavily armed Humvees, along with tanks and bulldozers, advanced on the village, supported by US-led coalition airstrikes. Azan Barker reports.
Soon after dawn, Iraqi special forces set off in convoy through the desert. This was their last big push before the battle for Mosul itself.
We were very sad for the people we lost. Now, God willing, we will take revenge on ISIS for the day they killed our friends and for all those who fought with us. And every time we kill IS fighters, we feel that the blood of those who died was not in vain.
They're preparing to take the last 2 villages still standing between Iraqi forces and the Islamic State group's so-called caliphate in Iraq. The roads have been mined with homemade bombs, and as they approach the town of Bezwaya, they come under increasingly heavy fire. But with the support of US-led coalition airstrikes, the troops fight their way in and take aim at IS positions in the town. After a protracted battle, another village is liberated and the Iraqi forces are finally within eyesight of Mosul. The Iraqi Prime Minister, Haider al-Abadi.
God willing, we will cut the snake's head. They will have no way out and no way to escape. They have no choice. Either they surrender or die.
Residents still trapped here were unable to leave for 2 years. In Bezwaya and villages all around Mosul, they tell stories of IS brutality. They'd hit people, lash them, says this woman. They're still there. They've wired themselves with explosives. There was no food, nothing, and the road to Mosul was cut off. Muslims, Kurds and Christians, including this woman Zarifa Dado, have been victims. They took my crucifix and stood at the door, she says. They asked me to come and spit at the crucifix. I said, oh God, I was crying inside, but I couldn't show it. Iraqi forces to the east are now just a few kilometres from the heart of the so-called Islamic Caliphate. The battle for Mosul itself could begin within days, even hours. The US expects coalition forces will begin the campaign to retake Raqqa in Syria even before it recaptures Mosul, although Turkey says it makes military sense to hold off in Raqqa until Mosul is freed.
Anne Barker reporting.